longitude 118.2 degrees east, 160 kilometres north-northwest of Port Hedland and 240 kilometres northeast of Karratha, moving south-southeast at 20 kilometres per hour. The cyclone is expected to cross the coast between Port Hedland and Pardue about noon today. Very destructive winds with gusts to 230 kilometres per hour are expected between Port Hedland and Wallal today. Destructive winds with gusts to 130 kilometres per hour are expected between Karratha and Lagrange, with gales northward to Broome and southward to Mardi. Abnormally high tides could cause minor flooding of the coast between Port Hedland and Wallal today. Flooding is likely between the Yule and De Grey river basins. Repeating, this very dangerous cyclone is expected to cross the coast between Port Hedland and Pardue about noon today. And the next advice will be a statement that will broadcast at 5:15. But just repeating the cyclone warning issued at 4 o'clock this morning, longitude 118.2 degrees east, 160 kilometres north-northwest of Port Hedland and 240 kilometres northeast of Karratha.
Terrible thing, and especially Cyclone Dean, because it just came in, and I think we were inside. I'd been taping all the weather forecasts on the ABC, and we were just sitting there in the morning, and it was blowing a gale outside. But the first thing I remember, I was on the phone to my dad, and I was talking to him, and all of a sudden it felt like you were in a jet plane. Your ears started going funny, and I thought, what the hell is that? The next thing, the roof blew off, and I saw it fly across the front onto the front of the road. And it was just amazing. And then of course what happened is then all the ceilings started collapsing, all the insulation and the air conditioning ducts. Anyway, I told my dad, I said, I'm leaving the phone, tell somebody we're in the house, because we'd only just got back from Perth. So anyway, I rushed and grabbed the girls and stuck them into a broom closet, a huge broom closet that we had. It was just amazing. And after that, everything, the glass, all the windows started falling, and the whole house was falling to bits. So I thought, I'll go next door. I ran next door and told Mike Hayes, the guy next door, and he came to the fence, and I wrapped the kids up in eiderdowns. Tanya was first. I ran across the garden to the next door fence with her and passed her over the fence, but poor Carolyn, she got panicked and she tried to run next door, and of course she got caught with the wind and couldn't stop running. But anyway, that was that part of the story. But it was just amazing how quickly everything happened, and the whole house was flooded out. Yeah, we actually lost everything. There was not a thing that we could save. The only thing that saved us is we came back on a TAA flight that night, and it was fairly late, and I said to the girls, don't bother, we'll unpack in the morning. And I kept the suitcases still packed, so fortunately we had dry clothes and clean clothes, because all the rest of the stuff was all was absolutely ruined. It was inundated with water, and it was just absolutely unusable. The whole house was covered in that rock wool, the insulation that they have on the roof, and it was just the house was condemned. I think in about 9 months we were in the Adelaide Steamship Company put us up for 9 months in the Highway Motel. Yeah, it was an absolute mess. Yeah, my dad actually flew up from Perth, and he brought a whole heap of stores and food and everything with us, and we worked and tried to salvage stuff, but it wasn't. We just got rid of some of the stuff that we thought we could save, but all the stuff, all the furniture was waterlogged. But anyway, that was what happened the next day. My dad arrived on the plane, so he was like the Red Cross arriving, coming to